Hello everyone and welcome back to Easy English. Today I am going to show you 20 idioms that you can use to sound like a native English speaker. Let's get started with the lesson. Idiom number 1 is a drop in the ocean. I think we have a song called A Drop in the Ocean. I used to really like that when I was at school. A drop in the ocean means a very small or insignificant part of something big or whole. For example, the government's pledge to increase health funding by 100 million is a drop in the ocean compared to the billions that need to be spent. Number 2 is a lovely one. I think they are all lovely actually because I choose that myself for you. Number 2 is actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. This means that it's better to actually do something rather than just talk about it. For example, stop apologizing to me and prove to me that I can trust you. Actions speak louder than words. That is a good one to use in your next fight with someone who has lost your trust. Number 3 is to add fuel to the fire. To add fuel to the fire. This simply means to make a problem worse, to extrapolate a problem we learned extrapolate in another class. For example, don't tell her about the delays. You will just be adding fuel to the fire. Number 4 is the ball is in your court. It is your turn to make the next step or decision. For example, I have done all I can do. The ball is in your court now. Number 5 is to bend over backwards. To bend over backwards. This means to do whatever it takes to help someone. For example, our company is bending over backwards to satisfy our customers. Sometimes it can mean that you have helped too much. You have put in too much effort. Or I have been bending over backwards trying to solve his problems and he hasn't given me the time of day. To give someone the time of day is to give someone the proper attention. Number 6. To bite off more than you can chew. To be bite off more than you can chew. This means to take on a task that is too big. For example, I think I have bitten off more than I can chew with this project. This is something I said all the way through my university degree. Number 7 is a good one. This is one my mom uses a lot. It is by the skin of one's teeth. By the skin of your teeth. This means to only just succeed something by a very narrow margin, by the enamel on your teeth, but we say skin, we don't normally say skin of teeth, but for this particular saying, we do. An example, I think I might have passed that exam by the skin of my teeth only just. Number 8 is derived from a fable, I think, or a childhood story. It is to cry wolf, to cry wolf. This means to call for help when you don't need it. And I think the story is, I wonder if you have this in your own country and culture. A boy kept pretending that there was a wolf. And an example, my new flatmate is always crying wolf. Is to cut somebody some slack. To cut somebody some slack. This means to give someone a break, to stop gouging them so hard. This means to give someone a break, to stop gouging them so hard. For example, you need to cut the intern some slack. They are still learning. Number 10 is to cut to the chase. This means to leave out all of the unnecessary details and just get to the point. An example, to cut to the chase. I am not comfortable working alongside John anymore. Number 11. To get someone's head around something. To get your head around something. This means to come to understand something, to work to understand something. For example, I am going to spend tonight trying to get my head around this new legislation. Number 12 is to hear on the grapevine. Number 12 is to hear on the grapevine. This means to hear a rumor or an unconfirmed story. For example, I heard on the grapevine that our receptionist will be leaving us soon. Number 13, a personal favorite. It takes two to tango. You have got to be comfortable with the T sounds to say that it takes two to tango. This means that actions or communications need more than one person. For example, don't just blame him for the affair. It takes two to tango. Two parties were involved in that bad behavior. 14 is to miss the boat, to miss the boat. This means to miss the opportunity to do something. For example, I think you have missed the boat on that application that they have already started interviewing candidates. Example, I think you have missed the boat on that application. They have already started interviewing candidates. Number 15 is a lovely one. It is a piece of cake. This means really easy. That pop quiz was a piece of cake. Number 16 is pull yourself together. This means calm down and act normally. It is normally said when somebody is stressing out. For example, I think you need to pull yourself together and stop stressing about the presentation. Number 17 is to sit or to be on the fence. To sit on the fence, to be on the fence. This means to stay neutral and to not take sides. For example, I am sitting on the fence on this one. I don't want to offend anyone. Number 18 is to step up one's game. To step up your game. This means to start performing better. For example, if you really want to get this promotion, you will need to step up your game. Number 19 is to sell someone out. This means to snitch on someone or to let their secret out. For example, I asked you to keep that information to yourself. I can't believe you have said me out like that. Number 20 is your just is as good as mine. This means I don't know or I have no idea. For example, we just don't have enough data. Your just is as good as mine. Right, those were our 20 idioms that you can use to sound like a native speaker. I shall see you soon for another lesson. Goodbye.